Hello everyone, welcome to another episode of Jaybird TV. I'm glad that you're here in these wild times. So this is at Terra Firma. Thankfully, I've been filming for the last few weeks as Terra Firma is temporarily shut down due to the craziness. So getting on this orange V4, V5, really fun sets on this wall. I'd been pretty psyched on the kilter board and pretty much was only climbing upstairs for a little while. Upstairs is where our kilter board and moon board and training area is. But I journeyed down and found a bunch of really awesome sets. So the V4, V5, just fun, flowy. It's always really nice when the feet are just where you expect them. So hopping down. Next up is this yellow V6, V7. Really fun route. I absolutely love this. Big, powerful movements with some pretty good holds, but the movement doesn't necessarily feel super easy. So it begins down low, and I've actually climbed this totally differently on different occasions, but this is my flash go. Get the toe hook set and go up left before getting my feet set and matching and then going out left. Getting a heel hook, doing a pretty big move up. And here, I knew I had to get my left foot over, but it felt a little bit difficult. And once I get my foot set, moving up to those two really nice jogs, getting the heel set. Have been feeling pretty light, which is really nice. Grabbing the pinch here, getting the foot up, and I was able to just kind of pull up and go to the next hold. Really fun route. I definitely climbed that one a few times, and you can climb it with totally different betas, and they all feel relatively about the same difficulty, which is pretty fun. Of course, I love the big jumpy moves, so I've done it dynamically a few times as well. Next up is a green V6, V7. Have some pockets and some good holds on it. I'm always pretty excited to see pockets on the overhang. They're all pretty deep and they feel pretty good too. So I move up left, snag the pocket, and then go out right. And thankfully it's a really big hold there, which is quite nice. Swing the heel up. And this is once again a flash go, and I actually didn't see any of the holds on the feature. I wasn't really sure what the beta was. So I kind of just got a high foot and made a really big move and skipped a few holds in the feature. Thankfully, you can go to some pretty good holds. So just getting dynamic, able to break a little bit of beta. Feels really good if you use everything on the route though, much more flowy. Here we are. This is the V8, V9 Power Precision Project. This thing is so awesome. It really is what got me psyched on the wall again. So all the movement on this is really precise. It starts down low. I originally start with a heel hook. There's no foot trips. You're kind of just using those two pinchy rails. Going out left, and then it's a right move, and I cut feet here. What's hilarious is just how sloppy these first goes are in comparison with how honed it feels. And here I'm trying to pull up right, and my weight comes out. So I need to definitely hone my beta. It was actually hilarious watching this because obviously I'd put a lot of time into this. I think I put like 6 or 7 sessions into this thing, and it's just a really sweet problem. It's so precise, you have to have everything right, especially with the footwork, where you pop right off the wall. And the holds are all pretty good, which is the most crazy part to me. It seems like it should be so easy. It looks like a really, maybe like a hard 7 or something like that, but I fell quite a bit. I was pretty surprised. And honestly, the beginning moves aren't really that hard. Once you get the beta dialed, it feels pretty good. So I have the double heel hooks there. And that sloper, there's some pretty good sections to the right. So I do a match, and there I actually get my feet on, but oftentimes cut feet going out. Grab that pinch, and I wanted to rest here, but your weight is like, your feet are out to the side and you're still pulling pretty hard. And here I wasn't really sure what to do, so I go up left first, get my right set, and that was not the way to do it. So changing up here for a second, my boy Rob, he is one of the setters at Terra Firma. Awesome guy, love Rob. Had to switch it up for his blue V8 or V8 Plus. This one didn't feel as hard to me as the orange route, which is pretty difficult. So it starts under that feature. and you have a low side pull for the right hand, left hand's up, and you hit a side pull underneath the feature, match it, and then that was a feature that you just grab and there's a foot chip, so you could actually squeeze the bottom and your palm is really pushing into it, and you match, and it was clear I had to go up right to that kind of slopey jug out to the right side. There's not very great feet on the feature, but they're good enough. And so I brush those holes off and give it another go. Once again, kind of winding up into the bottom. I love the amount of tension that this route required. Immense amounts of like compressing, pushing between your leg and your hand. So once again, I switch, match, really push my left hand up. And I was actually able to stick it that time. Get my foot up onto the foot chip, which did not feel excellent. But you can rock your weight up onto it, and then you go into a series of crimps, and had to get the right foot up. So the crimps really didn't do a whole lot for me, and I tried to go out left, but I wasn't able to grab it before my weight came out from the wall. So I hopped back on, feeling like I got that beginning beta pretty dialed. I love the feel of this next move, so cool. For being technical and slabby, it just felt like so much power. I was squeezing my core, really pushing up hard. And then that big move where you kind of barn door and swing your foot over. So once again, winding up and getting my weight onto that foot chip and rocking up, knowing that I had to get my foot up high. And my foot popped there, and it was a little spooky of a fall. I was not expecting it. So once again, another day at the climbing gym. This one spans multiple sessions, quite a few sessions actually. I love getting warm on V4, V5 range, super fun. This one just felt great. Loads of really good crimps, lots of holds, which is nice because climbers of different size can climb with whatever feels flowy and best. Fun change of pace after falling quite a bit to be able to descend. So next up, these blue holds here. This is a pocket route, so primarily pockets. In fact, I think only pockets, minus the finish. So kind of a high foot start, and really there's no specific trick to this one. Just got to use the tendon and finger strength. You can get your toe inside of the pockets, which definitely helps to stand up on them. Just getting a nice stretch in. I do love pockets. Always makes me think of Action Direct, which if you're not familiar with what that is, just a really famous sport climbing route. There's a mono finger move, which is just incredible. Anytime you see a climb with a mono finger move, it just blows my mind. So here we are, yellow V4, V5. Just another really fun, flowy route, very reminiscent of the V6, V7 I climbed. A very interesting top here. And I saw a lot of people working it who were at this grade or maybe even a little stronger, which is awesome. So kind of just starting low and grabbing those pinches on the feature. And there's a pretty good juggy crimp there. Moving on to another one, might get the right heel set and then reach up right. And grab this pinch and swing the foot over. Here's where it gets a little interesting. So you have to hit that pinch almost like a Gaston, but I actually get my thumb on and squeeze, and then go over it and move my foot up to kind of stand up there. It's a tricky sequence if you are unable to really get the Gaston well, which is what I saw a lot of people kind of having a bit of difficulty with. I love pinches. I thought it was a pretty cool movement and really requires you to kind of squeeze or have some interesting foot beta. So here we are, we're back on this orange project. Once again, just got me really psyched. I love how doable it feels, and yet also just out of reach. I'm really dialing the beta down here, so I start with my toe on that, walk up and get the heel, and I really need to focus on pushing my toe down to make the heel stick. Go up right, stick the move the left hand back down, get the left heel on, do the match, and go out to the kind of big sloper. Do a bicycle on that, and then just kind of jump up, swing out, get the left foot on, and then move into these pinches here. This sets me up, and what I do now is get a right heel hook, bump the right hand up before I get the left, and then I will toe hook with my left foot in order to secure me and hit the sloper up there. This is the true crux of the route, because going out right, it looked really close there, felt really difficult, and this became the true crux for this route. I thought perhaps that would be the beginning, but the beginning becomes very doable once dialed, as do many routes. And really, it is just all about getting up to that sloper and having enough energy to do it. I found that I had a few good tries on this per day, and then I'd be too tired to do it. So it's all about that match, and then from this position, you need to go upright. And really, the hold is so good. I did try it in isolation quite a lot. So trying out a new beta here, do a bicycle, and it slips out there. Trying the heel with the toe below beta. That was pretty close. My heel popped there. Just trying all sorts of stuff on this. Trying to figure out what could work and what could I do from the bottom. Some more powerful betas seemed a little less feasible. So here getting that match, trying to go out right and just swinging off. So here I'm trying it just in isolation. Really trying to dial the crux, make it feel really good. So that way, if I get up there with enough energy, I can get that send. So going up right, and I do a left foot, right toe hook for the bike, which allows me to kind of pull out right. And in isolation, this felt pretty good. I still came down with loads of force on the right hand because the left isn't doing all that much. But thankfully, you have a pretty good hold, and that is a big move, but certainly doable. So this has me psyched. I know that I can do all the moves, and I'm really getting that beta dialed, so just getting some hard tries here. Walking up that heel hook, getting the right hand, the left. I love that move because it always just feels like I'm going to fall off, like it's right at my limit or something, but with the correct technique, it goes almost every time. Match, and then the swing out right. I'm realizing now in retrospect there were some goes where I was able to keep my feet on for the swing. That might help me keep some energy. Going up left here again, and really just trying to squeeze, hitting that sloper. Just felt like so much tension there to walk the foot up and get the bike, and I do come out, I'm just kind of tired. Hey, my boy Mike Beanick. Of course, the head setter Terra Firma, awesome guy, super strong climber. Love when he gets the cameos. Gotta see that lovely face. And once again, just coming out from the bottom. So I want to try it in isolation again because I know I can do the top part, but I keep falling. So once again, just getting set on the sloper, squeezing the bike, and I'm able to kind of whip my way up and generate some momentum to hit that jug. And can reliably do the last move. So it's really just a matter of now doing it from the bottom. So that's pretty much what I do. I just try it. Some wholehearted tries. I come back in once again. You can probably tell by the red tank there. And there, super close. I'm pulling down so hard with my legs that it actually pulls me off the wall pretty hard because the sloper isn't doing all that much. It just feels like such a different story from the bottom. Very tricky. Feels great to have a project though. Hadn't really worked anything at the downstairs wall in a while. Had only been kilterboarding and moonboarding. And just kind of a reminder, it's fun to be downstairs. Creative sets, just fun. It's a lot of fun. And unfortunately, Terra Firma is closed down due to the kind of coronavirus mass hysteria prevention going on right now. So I won't be able to climb in the gym for the next few weeks, but I will be training at home. Let me know if y'all want to see some at-home training videos. I'm all about it, but unable to get the send there. Super happy for the work I put in, and hopefully I can get back in and get it soon. Much love, fam. Peace.